it's just kind of by committee and just trying to pick up the intensity in all facets. Cut harder, run harder. Box out more. You just have to whenever you're missing an MVP caliber player.
When you signed back here this summer, did you anticipate you'd have this sort of role where the minutes kind of fluctuate?
Yeah, I knew we were a deep team. Obviously, I think J Kidd and Nico, one of the biggest credits to this organization, they do a phenomenal job of communicating. And so, just approaching it with the standpoint of hey, this is a championship caliber team. What can we do, or what can I do night in and night out to try to help us win? Was just kind of mentality and the communication. So that doesn't always mean big scoring nights.
And how much does your mindset change based on, hey, I know Luka's out, or this is a Kyrie rest night, or whatever the case may be?
Oh, that's kind of obvious. I think personnel, also team we're playing, what's asked of me. There's some nights where they're let's say, for example, we're playing the Jazz, hey, you're gonna have to guard marketing. Okay, well, I know that it's one of those type nights. Be really locked into that. Try not to give them any airspace. That also might mean I end up in foul trouble. So, I might have less minutes, but I gotta play those minutes in a certain style. So it's just reading the feedback from the coaches, and then also the game itself. So obviously, like you said, lineups and opponents and all that other stuff will, change kind of who I am nightly.
Obviously, going back to just playing without Luka, when he comes back, I think the offense changes a little bit. But how do you keep up with you guys, or the momentum that you guys have had without him?
Oh, again, right? So obviously, Luka has a certain style, and again, MVP caliber player. So our job is to fit around the MVP, not necessarily say hey, I prefer this or that or whatever, and I'm gonna do this or that or whatever. So, with that being said, if you're committed to doing your job at the highest level you possibly can, everything will tend to work out. You know what I'm saying? Luka's gonna be committed to doing his job, at slot one at the highest level he can. And then the trickle down effect of, Kai and Clay, and then everybody just be okay, here's my box, so to speak, and I'm gonna be the best at said box, right? And it all falls in place.
All right, thanks, man.
No problem.